What's up YouTube? Welcome back to Tay TV. In my video I will be reacting to something different. I will be reacting to Black Frieza in the new Dragon Ball Super manga arc. Now I'm just going to be honest, I haven't read the granola arc, but I kinda knows what happened in the granola arc. All I know is from my perspective, I know that Vegeta has a new transformation, and Goku gets another transformation, and Frieza turns to Black Frieza, and he one-shots Ultra Ego Vegeta, and he one-shots Goku's Ultra Instinct's new form. But I'm gonna get into this video and see what Black Frieza is going to be about in a new Dragon Ball Super manga arc. I wish they would just animate, because as soon as they animate, this stuff is going to break the internet. But let's get into this video.
Jesus Christ, really?
Don't forget to become a member of Unrelated Gaming's Patreon for exclusive manga content and early access. Isn't that right, Sid?
I already joined this Patreon today. Tons of great stuff on there, actually. But did you really have to blow up the city? What? The Domino. Okay, you're acting. Do you realize the big crisis here?
And you will be next, unless you subscribe, like the video, and turn on notifications right now.
Or else what? You'll aggressively scream another man's name for several hours?
Kakarot!
Dragon Ball Z is one of the best animes ever. Dragon Ball Z is a good anime, but Naruto is my favorite anime.
Dragon Ball Super superhero movie manga adaptation now looks to finally reach its end, with Beast Gohan now finally taking initiative and putting Cell Max down for good. Only right after Cell Max is defeated.
And y'all know Gohan had his new power up, and when Gohan had his power up, Gohan became strong again. But in my personal opinion, he's still not stronger than Ultra Ego Vegeta. But
goes on to beg the question as to what is next within the Dragon Ball Super manga. Jump fast now right around the corner. The expectation now is that we are going to finally be getting the next arc sometime around December and January, once the superhero arc is over and done with. But what exactly is the next arc going to be in Dragon Ball Super, and will it live up to expectations? Especially now, since many people have been getting sick and tired of seeing the movie adaptation be featured within the manga. Joining me now for the first time on the channel to discuss the upcoming arc, which could in fact actually be something involving Black Frieza, is a fellow YouTuber and a friend of mine that goes by the name of Manga. Now, Mark, me and you have spoken about this off camera many times before, and I think you already know my position on all of this, to which I think that the upcoming arc in the Dragon Ball Super manga should in fact feature Black Frieza, and that is solely due to the fact of what they ended up doing just about a year and a half ago when reintroducing Frieza within the story, and later having to reveal that he has a new platform. It's absolutely insane to me to see everything that Frieza had done during that time and spending 10 years within a random time chamber in order to solely devote 10 years of his own life training as hard as he could, and at that point coming back out and being shown how to one-shot both Goku and Vegeta while using Ultra Ego and Ultra Instinct. So the whole exciting factor of when that actually happened was through the roof, because many people, including myself, have been wondering as to what exactly they had planned for the character of Frieza now that he has obtained a form that could potentially even rival anybody within Universe 7 effortlessly. What I think they should end up doing, especially going forward now, since honestly speaking the superhero arc wasn't really impressive to begin with, is I believe they should end up going in a direction, and you guys can let us know what you all think down in the comment section below as well, where they go as far as to plant the seeds in laying out some sort of a Black Frieza arc, because we know that Black Frieza is essentially coming. Because why introduce the character essentially if you're not going to do anything with him, right? So my question to you, Mark, as well as all you guys listening to this video right now, is if you believe that Black Frieza fits the mold in being the next big bad villain to our heroes, because we know that at least Vegeta is training to beat Frieza now, right? So would this be the best direction to go in featuring Black Frieza as the main antagonist within the upcoming arc for the Dragon Ball Super manga? Or would you rather go into a different direction first before getting to that point? Because I think you mentioned to me off camera, Mark, that you believe that Frieza could potentially maybe be after the Super Dragon Balls, if anything. So it would make sense as to why he would, especially when having to rebuild his army and as far as to do other things before having to make his moves. So if you do believe that Black Frieza should be the next enemy in this story, then how would you go as far as to construct that and introducing that as some sort of a narrative to the main story following the events of Dragon Ball Superhero? This is just a theory, and this is just something that I'm thinking of. We don't have much to go on. There's a handful of pages that involve Frieza, his brief explanation of his new form, and his ability to one-shot both Goku and Vegeta. He's like the biggest big bad they've faced thus far. So if you're Frieza, and we talked about this in Manga, if you trained for only 4 months and got super duper strong and got his gold form, that was enough to go toe-to-toe with Goku when he was Super Saiyan 1. And Super Saiyan form is a power that is an energy that is emulating another form. Vegeta was divinity, so he is like in a god form, and he was able to do that in only 4 months. Now, as we know, Frieza did not perfect this form in that 4 months. He learned through that energy very quickly. Now, he's got this new form, he shows up, he takes out these enemies that have found to be like a crazy threat, and he doesn't kill Goku and Vegeta. In my mind, I'm thinking, why would you do that? Yeah, the writing for Dragon Ball has a tendency to sort of drag things on and make excuses for odd behavior and whatnot. It's sort of like that playful thing that the writers like mess around with a little bit. But if Frieza was hell-bent on wiping out the only opposition that exists in this universe, and I really want to emphasize the universe, it would make sense for Frieza to take out Goku and Vegeta because he's not in the same way. He doesn't care about honor or integrity. How many times has he betrayed them? How many times has he lied? You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't care. He destroyed Planet Vegeta.
When Goku and Frieza first had their first fight, Goku wasn't even going to help Frieza because he killed Krillin, but Goku actually gave Frieza half of his energy because Goku has a good heart. And the thing Vegeta told Goku is that Vegeta told Goku before he died the first time that as he's fighting Frieza, don't let his feelings get in the way because his feelings would get him killed. And he told Goku everything Frieza had did, and he told Goku just to finish Frieza off, don't show him no mercy, and Goku still showed him mercy.
But the fact is he doesn't care about a fair fight. So why would you not kill Goku and Vegeta when you have such a massive fight? At this point, I'm thinking of a couple of different factors here. Goku and Vegeta have forms that are still relatively new compared to their Super Saiyan forms, whatever. These forms are fresh, they're powerful. What more could you possibly do? But Frieza having a new form means that Goku and Vegeta are going to train their asses off to be able to catch him. Because 10 years is a huge time disparity between the two. So if Frieza didn't kill them, he has an ulterior motive. And if
so we gotta see what Frieza other motives going to be.
All the universe, as we know from the tournament of power, we know that the fighters present in Universe 7 are the strongest ones within the universe.
I want Trunks to come back too.
That the only people that pose a threat to him are the ones that were on his team at that tournament. However, he knew that the whole thing was going to result in someone using the Super Dragon Balls as a means of getting a wish that was far beyond the power of the Earth Dragon, far beyond the power of the Namekian Dragon. Now, Frieza also probably wouldn't really, it might be a little more difficult for him to get a very basic wish or a couple of wishes or whatever from the Earth Dragon. It might not be able to have the power that it needs to grant whatever he's got on his mind, and also too, he probably don't want to send him to stop.
Hey, Bob, we can count on you to manage Microsoft's AI hackathon, right? Get the word out.
Eyes are going to have yourself, scolding about trying to track the Dragon Balls. That is just a risk to that. So, the same thing can also be said about the Dragon Balls. Don't risk that. If Frieza has this knowledge now of the multiverse, if Frieza has this knowledge now of the gods and the power across the universes, how many universes there are, and understanding of the Super Dragon Balls, wouldn't you think, as the biggest big bad, that Dragon Ball's ever had. If you're that villain, wouldn't you go after the Super Dragon Balls and try to like make yourself a deity, or wipe out all your enemies in one fell swoop? Like, he already proved his strength. But if he didn't kill Goku and Vegeta, it's because he wants them to suffer something greater. So what do you do? What do you do with that? Get the Super Dragon Balls and declare yourself the ruler of the multiverse? Make yourself more powerful than Zeno?
Gohan, you
have the ability to like be Zeno's boss? I don't know. Like, if you're Frieza, he is thinking as high as he possibly can, as big picture as he possibly can, in order to take them out. And I think he can prove that, sort of, with the evidence that he didn't train for 1 year, for 2 years, for 3 years. 4 months of training made him equal to Goku, and the only thing that held him back from defeating Goku in that fight was because he didn't master the gold form. Why would it go 10 years? Why not 1 year? Why not 2? Why not 5? Why 10 years? It's because he knew that he was going to go up against something big. But Frieza proved here that the most powerful adversaries, from his point of view, in the entire Universe 7, he can one-shot them with ease, and it doesn't matter. When you're that strong, it's because you know that you're going to be facing a very big threat. So if I'm Frieza, and I get this new 10-year form of training, and I might have this black hole, this black form, this energy and whatnot, and I one-shot my foes, and I'm that strong, I'm thinking a much bigger box. I have a very long, drawn-out plan. And if he's going after the Super Dragon Balls, there's a pretty damn good chance that he's going to go up against Jiren, who's probably training as well. There's a good chance that he's going to be facing other gods out there. He's also said at one point that we're focusing so much on the gods of destruction, but there are other, in order to have a cosmic balance, there are other gods out there that do the opposite of life, and there's all kinds and all these other deities and stuff like that that can see everything. Dende is the guardian of Earth, he can see everything happening on Earth, so he's probably going to see Frieza and his men and whatever. So what does Frieza do? He goes outside that scope, and he's going to go try to do what he can to be strong enough as possible to put the gods into submission, and then
like I
either
said,
become God himself, become the
Dragon
Ball
Ball
God, or
is
become
messing up with not making this
That's what we do. So for him right now, there's no point in wasting time on these cockroaches that are Goku and Vegeta. Who gives a shit about these guys? Like, what Frieza's thinking. Like, I don't have time for this.
It's going
Like,
to
I have an army that is going to take over Universe 7. I've got an army that I'm going to expand across the multiverse, and I've got an army that's hopefully going to help me be at the tippy top of the cosmos of the multiverse over Zeno and everything. Because if the Super Dragon Balls were created by a Dragon God, and the Super Dragon Balls don't have a location, it's quite possible that is what gets him there.
See, now I find this interesting only because I would like to believe that Frieza would be after the Super Dragon Balls, especially if he would know that, hey, if maybe somehow he were to go about by conquering Universe 7, that maybe the other gods are going to have some sort of an issue with that, or maybe even some of the other mortals from the other universes, such as Jiren, might take up some kind of a beef with that, or whatever, you know what I mean? But it was very strange to see Frieza just flex his platform and just simply go as far as to take both Goku and Vegeta out with one hit. But then again, something tells me that they included and went as far as to include Beast Gohan in this series for a specific reason, and I believe, in my opinion, that the reason as to why they have added Beast Gohan in this series, not only to have Gohan catch up to both Goku and Vegeta, but I do sincerely believe that at some point during this entire ordeal, we will see Black Frieza stomp everybody out, except the one and only Beast Gohan, which remember, Frieza does in fact have lots of history with Gohan to begin with, dating him all the way to Namek. So I would like to see, of course, Beast Gohan demonstrate the fruits of his power against Black Frieza, absolutely, but I think that introducing a scenario where everyone goes to war with Black Frieza would be essential, and that's only because you can have like somewhat of an Avengers-style battle, you know what I mean? Frieza posing as being the Thanos of the entire ordeal while pitting him up against Orange Piccolo, Broly, Ultra Instinct Goku, Ultra Ego Vegeta, Beast Gohan, and whoever else ends up showing up, which ultimately segues into my question becoming, do you think that this scenario is
most likely, since Frieza is the strongest character, like right now, I'm calling it Trunks is going to make another appearance to help him out. I'm calling it Trunks is going to, future Trunks is going to come and make another appearance, because you guys got to remember when Trunks had his transformation against Goku like Black a couple years ago, that was dope.
Or do you think that perhaps maybe they're going to save Frieza for maybe some other arc that's not going to be the one coming up next ahead?
So Frieza made a very good point for like a long time ago, and resurrection F. Like, I feel like he made a point that he was basically born into being the strongest in the galaxy or the universe or whatever at that time. And he talked about how he never had to train because he was always so much stronger than anybody else. He made it a point to bring him that it was only once until he could get the whole reason for him. So he is naturally super strong. Now Goku and Vegeta have been training their whole lives to be where they are, and this is as far as it's gotten. So the thing, and I think also too, a little asterisk on this, is that the scales of power in Dragon Ball always bother me because it's very, very inconsistent. Like there's a certain, like they used to use the scouters to have a power level number associated to things. They used to get a million was like super strong, and then it was this, and then they changed things, and like the inconsistency made it hard to really grasp how strong like they are from a numerical value standpoint. But I do want to point out, at least from the multiverse point of view, is that Jiren is stronger than a god in his own universe. Frieza knows this. Frieza knows that there is a universe out there where a mortal being can be stronger than a god. Now, it's not clear to me if Ultra Instinct could beat Beerus in battle, but it is suggested that there's so much potential in that form that it definitely could be. And Goku is the main hero of the story, right? So of course, at some point, he's going to be able to tap into that power, and then he's going to be able to, you know, do whatever. And plus, as we previously talked about, like there's still, if you want to consider it canon, the final martial arts tournament where Goku meets Boo. So we know at least leading into that, Goku is alive long enough to meet Boo in the ring, and then he goes out to train. Now, we don't know what happens after that. We don't know if Frieza's going to return after that point. We don't know exactly what's going on with this. This is all very confusing. So this is just theories, and I want to make sure that's confused because the internet is kind of mental and sensitive and easily attacked for, you know, sharing thoughts. So I think it's important to recognize, though, that if there's a mortal being that can be stronger than God, Frieza wants to be that mortal being in his universe. And if Goku is stronger than Jiren or beats Jiren in a fight or is a stalemate, regardless, going toe-to-toe with Jiren proves that you were strong enough to beat a god of destruction. It is not clear if Jiren's god of destruction, like how powerful in comparison to Beerus, but we do know at least that Vegeta and Goku both know how strong Beerus is, and of course Beerus is stronger. It's weird, the whole scaling thing is abstract. The point that I'm making with all this is, though, is that characters that have a natural affinity to being incredibly powerful, like born into it, like Frieza, never had to train and now he's trained, and look how far he got in 4 months. I can't imagine how strong this form is truly in 10 years, but I have to imagine that he's far stronger than Jiren.
Yeah, he's stronger than Jiren.
By comparison, I have to imagine he's far stronger than Broly, because Broly's getting training to kind of keep his emotions in check, control himself, control that berserk form. And I feel like Frieza is proving that your natural born strength doesn't matter. It's the training that you hone into it to really reach that form. And I don't think that Broly, no matter how much energy he's got in his berserk form, is going to be able to.
Coinbase shares tumble as Bitcoin slides continue. Investors fear contagion from FTX collapse.
Exceed 10 years of training from a character that was born into being the most powerful, and then Goku and Vegeta spend their whole lives to like step up over that. It's hard because we don't know the full extent of this, and Goku and Vegeta were also fairly weak in this battle, so they don't have their tippy top. But I would have to assume that Frieza's time into this shows that he is far superior in strength by a massive amount. And unless they want to just like sort of like, oh, he's, you know, Goku and Vegeta are going to get angry and then they're going to power up and then they're going to get a new, you know, second variation form of their ego and instinct, like that's going to be stupid and it's going to piss me off and I'm going to get irritated and that's just obnoxious. But I do believe also that Frieza knows that killing them is either a waste of time or keeping them alive as part of his plan. The other thing is that Dragon Ball's always had a problem with the stakes never being high. Why? Because there was always a way to bring people back. There's always a way to wish people back to life. There's always the chance of, oh, you're an Earth hero, you know, you're going to keep your body in the other world and whatever, and you can always come back for 24 hours. Like, there's so many reasons why death means nothing. So if you're Frieza, wouldn't you want it to be permanent? Wouldn't you want anyone who could go toe-to-toe with you or stand against you to be permanent? Why kill them now when you can make them suffer? Wipe out the Dragon Balls, wipe out any other possibility of bringing them back, do everything that he can to make sure that the gods, the angels, the Dragon Balls, like the other world thing, he can rewrite history in whatever way that he wants. So he has to be strong enough to face up against anyone who could potentially be his equal. And that means possibly Broly going all out, definitely Beerus going all out, definitely the other gods going all out. And you brought up like the whole idea of all the other main characters coming into like a sort of a 5-on-1 thing. Totally. It did not make sense to me at all in Superhero, where we saw Gohan become in this new beast form, when he was pretty strong in the tournament power, but didn't quite reach his potential. He wasn't anywhere near as strong as Goku and Vegeta at that point. At least that's how I felt. Gohan might still have some sort of latent power, and that we saw the beast form. But it was weird to save that form for the movie, and then Piccolo being Orange Piccolo as well. It seemed odd to introduce those concepts and save it just for it. It seemed weird to do that, unless there was some sort of really big thing coming where we wanted to introduce this for the excitement of the movie, but there's still something bigger on the way with the series where these forms are going to come into play. And if that's the case, you have to remember that Gohan and Piccolo and Vegeta and Goku and anybody else that has a new form that's going to help fight, they all have to be at their best in these new forms to go to Frieza, and I feel that's still not going to be enough in order to that drama cliffhanger thing. But that's just me. I still feel like they're not going to stand a chance with what we've seen here, but I guess we're going to hopefully get some answers in the future, because there's so much mystery around all this, and it'll be hard to say until we get a little bit more piecemeal chapter by chapter.
But this is a good video.
See, not for nothing, that's interesting, and I really do hope that they end up doing something with Frieza, because why keep him around if he's simply going to just troll behind the scenes, you know what I mean? So let us know what you guys think down in the comment section below on what it is that you guys believe the next arc for the Dragon Ball Super manga is going to be. Is it going to be maybe something involving Black Frieza, or are they finally going to jump into the end of Z Budokai tournament by featuring Who having to finally meet Goku, or do you perhaps believe that something else is going to happen? Let us know what you all think down in the comment section below. Again, I want to thank you all so much for watching, everybody. Thank you all so very much for your time, and also, if you just so happen to love Dragon Ball and Yin at the same time, then I do encourage you guys to go on over and check out Manga channel, as I will go ahead and leave that link located down in the description box below and in the comment section below as well. As Mark, I want to thank you so much for joining me. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, then be sure to smash that